You mentioned Carly Pearce earlier, and I adore her. She's amazing. But you know what? She adores you.
It was so wonderful.
Like,
it really,
tell me about this. You're on stage with her.
It was crazy. I mean, first of all, I was over the moon that I even got the opportunity. I remember getting the email and I was like screaming, telling my parents, I was like, you're not gonna believe this. Like, they want me to open for Carly. That alone was enough.
Y'all, we're here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right, so we are here at 8th Avenue Guitar Works with Sela Campbell. So excited that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Surrounded by guitars.
Yes.
Happy place, right?
This is my happy place. We looked around before this. It's pretty cool. It's awesome.
So cool, isn't it? I love it. I just feel like it's good energy. It's good vibes.
Good vibes.
And it always feels like new beginnings to me.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh my gosh, there's like happiness all around us.
I love it. Good vibes.
Yeah, it's good vibes. So I felt like it was perfect for you because you're at the beginning of your career.
Yeah, 100%.
So exciting. I mean, you are doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So exciting. So your EP, Lovin' Made Me Mean, just came out.
Yeah.
It's pretty new.
Yeah, just 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, I mean, and it is so good.
Thank you so much.
What's it been like having the whole thing out for people finally?
It's been so exciting. I mean, I've been sitting on these songs for about a year, actually, and I've been telling this story. I wrote all these songs a year ago in my bedroom. So it's crazy that they're out in a year, but I've been sitting on them for a while, and I'm just super excited that people can listen to them and that they're loving them. So it's been super awesome. You know, my first time releasing a project, so that was quite a milestone in its own, but it's been really cool, so.
I mean, you're like our own little Taylor Swift, Miranda Lambert. I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much.
You're next in that list. I'm
I
calling
hope
it now,
so.
y'all.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, you wrote these in your bedroom, and I think that that's something that, like, I don't usually talk about people's ages on
Yeah.
on my show.
No, all good.
But I want to talk about it with you because you got signed to Leo 33.
Yeah, Leo 33.
Warner Chappell.
Yep.
And CAA. And you did all of this without ever releasing a project.
No.
And you're 19 years old?
Yeah, it was quite a whirlwind of a year. Actually, you know, I was a student at UVA, University of Virginia. I was there for a year, and then I was fully moved in for my second year this past August when all this happened, and the Leo thing happened and the publishing thing after that, and it really was such a big switch up. You know, I was ready to go back to school to study public policy, and then all of a sudden I was picking songs for my first EP. So it really was a whirlwind of a year, but it's been awesome. It's been really cool. So yeah,
That's
truly.
quite a change.
Yes, it was quite a switch up.
Yeah.
But it's been so fun, and you know, I've definitely got to check a lot of things off my bucket list. So, you know,
And you're
it's
just
been
getting
good.
started.
Just getting started, hopefully.
So, like, tell me how this all started. Like,
Yeah.
give me the backstory on how you go from someone who, you know, likes playing music to where you are now.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up the guitar when I was 5. You know, my parents raised me on super classic country. Waylon Jennings is my hero. So definitely very inspired by that from the beginning. And I had always loved to sing. So once I got the guitar, you put the two together and I was kind of off to the races, you know, doing open mics, school talent shows, whatever, like an 8 or 9-year-old, 10-year-old could do. And then when I was 11, the bars around Virginia finally let me play the 3-hour cover gig. So I started doing that.
11 years old.
Yes, it was ridiculous now that I think about it, but it was all I wanted to do. And I was doing 80-something shows a year up till my senior year of high school. And I started writing songs when I was 16. And to be honest, I was going to college, you know, playing music on the weekends. And I met my now manager, who is awesome, and we took our first trip to Nashville last March and took some meetings, and it just all kind of snowballed from there. So it really was a pretty drastic change in a short period of time, but you know, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing, so.
No, and I mean, I think what's interesting to me is, okay, so like what I have to ask is why you didn't just come straight to Nashville. What was that like that made you think, you know,
Well, so honestly, it was a very tough decision. I was graduating high school and I knew that all the bars and breweries and wineries that I've been playing, the music halls, they weren't going to be there. In my first year at college, you couldn't have a car. So I was going to be very limited, and I kind of knew that. And I'd really leaned into the songwriting thing, but honestly, how it had happened is I worked really hard to get into UVA, and I wanted to. My dad went to UVA. It's always been my second lifelong
My dad
dream.
did too.
Really? Are you serious?
I know. I'm like, "Ooh, yes."
Dude, UVA was like, I was growing up going to the football games. That was like,
crazy.
I had like hyper focus on going to UVA and being a country artist.
I get that. Yeah.
So honestly, it was such a tough decision, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to college. I wanted to give it a shot and see how it went. And if it was meant to be, it would be. And I was still doing the music thing. I was still working hard. You know, half of my catalog right now I wrote in college. I would get home from my classes, sit under my bed, under my lofted bed, and I would write for hours. So I definitely still kept up with it. But honestly, you know, I worked really hard and I loved UVA and I wanted to give it a shot. And like I said, if it was meant to be, it would work out, and it did. So
I think that's awesome. And I love that, like, because I think, especially because you went to UVA, I think that's an interesting part of your story, because it is so hard to get in.
Thank you.
So well done.
Thank you. I
and
appreciate
I think
it.
that's so cool that like you did that, because
Yeah.
that does, like, it gives you some depth. It gives you experience.
Absolutely. And I think that it was really good for me because, as I said, part of me wanted to just pack up and go to Nashville and give it a shot. But, you know, it was one of those things where I think you live at home for 18 years. I lived with my parents, and you're just kind of in this bubble and you don't really get to experience life until you go to college and live on your own for a bit. So it was really good for me. I did get a lot of life experience out of it, and it was definitely important to the process. So yes.
For sure. Okay, so switching gears a little bit though, because life experience, you write songs like you've been on this planet for 85 years old, like 85 years. I don't understand where that comes from. Like, I mean, let's just talk about the title, Love and Made
Love
You
made me mean.
Love and Made Me Mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not old enough for that to make you mean.
No,
so tell
I'm
me,
not.
Tell me a little bit about this.
I mean, honestly, I am one of those people where I walk around with a notes app in my phone and a little notebook. I have like thousands of notebooks that are filled at this point, and I'll see something and I'm like, oh, that's a song. Let me write that down, and I'll let it marinate in my phone or in my notebook, and then I come back to it. And I think that I'm just really good with prompts. Like if I see something that I don't necessarily relate to and I haven't gone through, I can still kind of put myself into that situation and that position and force myself to kind of look from that perspective. So honestly, I think it's a lot of just I see things and I kind of build a story in my head, even if there isn't one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, loving did not make me mean, I promise. But truly, I mean, I just see things and I'll let them sit. And, you know, I have things I've written down from maybe a year ago that still haven't made it out into a song, but you know, I always come back to them, and at the right time, you know, they will formulate into something. So I'm just one of those people. Everything can be a song. Like some of my friends won't tell me things because they know it'll be a song. So
well, I mean, it's true, and I think we've all watched Taylor Swift, and so we know, right, that there is this world now that it's like, everything can be a song, everything can be inspiration.
100%.
And I mean, it's good for people to know, right?
Yes,
if they're hanging
of
out
course.
with you. I recently told somebody on the show though, you know, she was like, listen, I get a lot of inspiration from my best friend. She's like, I'm really happy. She's dating. I get a lot of inspiration from that. And we joked and we're like, well, there is inspiration everywhere.
It's true.
Everywhere.
Truly everywhere.
You just got to look for it.
You just have to look for it. It's so true. I try to write every day, and some days there is not a lot of inspiration, but even if it's a TV show or a book I'm reading, there's always something you can pull from. So I do try to, you know, write once a day, but it is, you know, anything can be a song, truly. If you want it to be, it can be. It might not be a very good song, but it will be there.
Yeah, but writing every day is a really good practice.
Yes.
I think that's so cool for people to hear that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's pretty disciplined.
Yeah, really. I mean, even with the gigs I was doing as a small child, you know, 10,000 hours is a thing. I always say this. You know, without the reps playing in those bars, it would be way harder for me to transfer to these tours that we've been doing this year. And with the songs, if I wasn't writing consistently, it is kind of a weird science. You just have to get to the bottom of it. And really, all the reps have helped me a lot, truly. So it's made it a lot easier.
It makes sense. And this is why you can write like you're an 85-year-old.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you mentioned tour. like you're out there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what a crazy year.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year.
You're out with, tell us.
Carly Pearce, most recent,
amazing.
which she is the sweetest human being I've ever met. She's incredible. And then Ashley McBride at the beginning of September, and back with Carly actually before that. But this year I did Cassius Culpepper, who is awesome. I love his sound. He is so bluesy. Cool. I love him. Walker Montgomery was another great one. He's got that awesome Walker. Classic sound. He's so sweet.
Yes.
But it's been so great. And like I said, I keep repeating it, but a year ago I was still playing at the bars in my hometown. So it's so weird that all of a sudden I'm playing for these theaters and, rooms of people. It's so crazy. But it's been so fun. I've so enjoyed it. And it's really been awesome. I can't wait to get back out at the end of the summer.
Oh, I can't wait to come see a show. Because
you have to.
I gotta see you live. I say this because I watch you on Instagram and I'm like, yes, I'm here for it.
Thank you. Well, we would love to have you.
Okay, I'm in. I'm coming. I am coming. But I have to tell you, like, it's funny you just said that, it feels like such a whirlwind because you were playing like the wineries and the bars. Mm-hmm. I don't want anyone to misunderstand this because I think it's important for people who, like, there's always that one person in the crowd that's rolling their eyes and like, she just got here.
Right.
And I want to just like go ahead and like squash that because I think it's wild that you started playing at 11 years old. Mm-hmm. So when they say Nashville's a 10-year town, right?
It's true, yeah.
It's true because you think about it, like your math also maths, if you will,
and
on like what you've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And even I just got here, so I have a very long road ahead as well. But like I said, I think that those years of getting those reps in have been very helpful.
Yeah.
And my poor parents were the ones driving me when I couldn't drive. So, they were probably blown away by it too, but it was super fun and it's definitely set me up very well. So
it's so cool. And I just think it's like, I think that's a really important piece of your story because when I watch you on social media, one of the things that I think really shows is that you have this really strong work ethic.
Thank you. I appreciate that, really.
It shows.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think it shows in your writing. It shows in how you show up authentically for your fans and telling your stories. But I just think it's so cool for people to see that and to know that, like, maybe there's someone else sitting in their bedroom and they're 9 years old and they don't live here. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Right? You'll get there, and you got to start somewhere. And I always say I felt very thankful for where I grew up. Some places don't have a lot of places to play like that who will just let you go up and do a 3-hour cover gig. Yeah. So, I felt very thankful that we have what we call wine country, which is where literally it's brewery, winery, music pub, like it's everywhere. So there was no shortage of places to play. I feel very grateful that I grew up there with that around. So,
yeah. And Waylon Jennings, you said, is your hero.
Yeah.
So who else are a couple of your biggest inspirations?
Of course, Dolly. Yeah. Who doesn't love Dolly? So actually the first song I ever learned to play was Jolene.
Oh, wow.
When I was 5, talking about the guitar. I know, right?
5-year-old
singing Jolene, don't take my man. But
your mom just sent us a video of this. We need video.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's a video somewhere. I played it for my first live performance. I performed it. It was like an open mic night at my music lesson center.
This just kills me. Like, just see you in my mind is so funny.
I was so tiny too. Like my guitar was like the size of me, but my music center, the Contemporary Music Center, had this weekly open mic. So I played Jolene. But before I got my guitar, I remember my mom showed me this video of Dolly at the Opry, and she was in her sparkly pink jumpsuit singing Jolene. And it's a vivid memory. I can see it in my mind. And I looked at my mom and I was like, I have to have a guitar. Like, I have to do this. I thought she was so cool. So Dolly for sure. Waylon, as we said. Some other ones, more contemporary, Miranda. Miranda is one of my favorites. We talked about this earlier, but she is just killer. She was my first concert.
Was she really?
Mm-hmm. She came to UVA. She went to JPJ, the basketball arena, and I went to go see her with my dad and my sister, and she was incredible. But Miranda's another big one. I love Lynyrd Skynyrd. I think they're so cool, a little bit of Southern rock. Yeah. But anything from that era, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, that whole era of really classic country is what I'm immediately drawn to. So
yeah. You're an old soul.
Thank you.
I love it.
I appreciate it.
I think it's cool, the Miranda thing as well, because like when I first heard your album, it took me back to hearing Miranda's first album that, I played over and
me too.
over,
Yeah.
right? I still actually that's one that you pull the
I still do that.
Same. I'm like, same. That actually may be today's drive home. But you have that.
Thank you.
It's the storytelling vibes, and it's also this just I don't know the word for it, but in a world where there's all the AI and the auto-tune and all of the things, it felt so comfortable to hear your voice in a way that was this is real.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that is a huge compliment. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean it. It was awesome.
you.
I was and then I played some of your stuff for some friends. They had the same reaction. They were like, who's this? Who's this? It's she's coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, it's been really cool to watch. I gotta tell you, so I love playing things all the way through, picking a favorite song.
Okay.
I did not want to be cliche, but Blonde is my favorite.
Blonde is so fun.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
And is it a true story?
It is unfortunately a very painfully true story.
I mean, rude.
Rude.
But
the fun of it is when I went up to my room to write this song, obviously I was kind of like, what the heck? Why would someone say that to me?
Yeah.
I went up to my room and I wrote this song, and it was very intentional because I didn't want the person who said something to get anything out of it, but also, it wasn't for me. It was more of if this happens to you, just move forward.
Yeah.
There's something else, there's someone else, and it will be okay. So I love that it's such a funny, upbeat, just positive song to make light of a pretty awkward situation.
Yeah.
So.
You're okay, clearly this one wasn't raced right.
No, clearly I overlooked something.
Yeah. Girl, we've all been
done
there.
it. But it gave me this great song. I always think about that. There's some songs where I write a lot from personal experience. So, there are some songs where it's dang, I can't believe this happened. But if it didn't, you wouldn't get a song out of it. And you wouldn't have that growth and all these other things. So it was a very strange situation, but I did get the song out of it that people love. So,
it's the best.
I'll take it.
It's the
you.
best. I know. And
I appreciate it.
I want everyone to listen to it because you don't see it coming.
No.
Which is great.
Yeah. It's my favorite one to play live because I give the introduction where there was a guy who told me I'd be prettier as a platinum blonde. And then you feel the room get uneasy because everyone's like, oh, please don't sing a song about how you're heartbroken over this guy who, wants you to dye your hair. And then once the punchline hits, the crowd laughs. And I just think it's so fun. I love waiting for the reaction. So it's definitely probably one of my favorites too, if I'm being honest.
It's so fun. I you have so many on this that are just, I think everything is so real.
Thank you.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
But that one was an instant standout for me.
Thank you so much.
In 6 months when we're in a different season in life, I might be like, hey, actually it's this one now.
Of course. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It can always change. It can always change.
So you're going to play a song for us.
Yes, I will.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Now that we've talked about Blonde, what are you thinking you're going to play?
I think I'm going to play Blonde. I think I have to, right?
I think so. I am so pumped that you're here. I want everybody
you.
to follow you. So it's Sela, Sela Campbell.
Yep.
And you're going to be on tour all year. So,
I'm so excited.
Y'all go find her on the internet and
Thank
go
you
check
so
everything
much
out.
for having me.
So
I
happy
appreciate
you're
it. This was
here.
so fun.
So fun. Okay, I got to ask you one more thing before you play. Because you mentioned Carly Pearce earlier, and I adore her. She's amazing. But you know what? She adores you.
It was so wonderful.
It really, tell me about this. You're on stage with her.
It was crazy. I mean, first of all, I was over the moon that I even got the opportunity. I remember getting the email and I was screaming, telling my parents, I was like, you're not gonna believe this. They want me to open for Carly. That alone was enough. But I showed up, and my first experience with her, meeting her, was I showed up early for her sound check, and they were like, okay, your turn to go out. You're gonna do Never Wanted to Be That Girl. You'll go rehearse it. And I didn't get to say hi to her before, so I walked out, hey guys, I'm Sela, nice to meet you. And she was so sweet, she was so wonderful. We sound checked the song, and she invited me on her bus to just get to know each other, and she was just wonderful. And then she posted a very, very nice story about how excited she was to have me and how she had loved my music, and it was very surreal. I have it saved. I screen recorded it. I was like, I can't believe Carly Pearce, has these wonderful things to say about me. So
well, it's so cool. Awesome. And I think a couple of things. One is that's not as typical as people think, right? That you go out with an
Sure.
artist and you get to have that one-on-one time.
Yeah,
I do think
100%.
people say that, you know, Carly is exceptional in every way.
Oh,
Like
yes.
Ashley Ann said to me one time, she was like, if you get to meet Carly Pearce, like,
You were very
know,
lucky.
Yes.
You were very lucky.
So I
Yeah.
think it's so cool that she does that. But then I think the moment that was like so wild to me was when she's talking about you on stage.
Gosh, I know.
And so you're on stage with her. Did she invite you to sing with her?
Yeah, so I did Never Wanted to Be That Girl as a duet each night with her. And it was just so incredible, really. It will be something I remember for a very long time. It was just, there aren't words, honestly, to describe. I've tried my best, but there are not words to describe the moment. I mean, she's just wonderful, and she made me feel so comfortable. You know, I grew up singing What He Didn't Do, you know, at my bar gigs. So to get on stage with her and get to sing with her was just such a treat and such a treasure. So it really, there are not words, but I
No.
try my best.
I can't imagine. So we'll have to find that video and just put it in. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
she had it on her Facebook, and we'll put it in for people who haven't seen
Yeah.
it, because it's really the sweetest thing I've seen in a long time in this business. Where
is
she just was
so
like,
gracious. Yeah.
"Hey, this is Sela Campbell, and y'all are gonna want to know her name, right?" Like,
Yeah, and
the
she
coolest.
is such a supporter of young female artists, which I think is so wonderful. It's just she's there to help everyone, truly. So she is
love
such a treasure. She is wonderful. We love Carly.
We love Carly. Okay, well that's awesome. I just had to have a little more of that
course,
story before
of
you play.
course.
So now you're gonna play Blonde.
I'm gonna sing Blonde, yes, for you guys. He said, my mama knows a friend of a friend who can bleach those roots and lighten up those ends. Babe, you know how I love platinum, and you're a pretty cute brunette. But just imagine how much better you could get. So I went blonde, but I ain't talking about me. I'm talking 6'2", a crooked smile and a personality. He loves me the way I am. He ain't no shell of a man since you've been gone. I went blonde. And he says there ain't a thing about me he would change. He only has eyes for me, and you couldn't say the same. He's as sweet as can be, and he's easy on the eyes. Boy, why you acting so surprised? You told me to go blonde, and I agree. You didn't really think I'd take advice from Mr. Immaturity. Well, I'm so damn sick of this. I won't put up with your shit since you've been gone. I went blonde. And ever since you've been blowing up my phone, saying you ain't been the same since I've been gone. So I'll say, you know how I love platinums, and you're a pretty cute brunette. But just imagine how much better you could get. That's why I went blonde. And hell, I've never felt more free. He sits at 6'2", got a crooked smile appreciate it. Thank you.